Hello. Ah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I'm gonna be real. There was there was a small there was a small part of me that wanted to just sort of be like, you know what, we're gonna like I remember why I don't normally do Friday night streams. It's because Friday nights I work from home. It's what I do. Ooh, and sorry, my hands were probably shaking because I was holding a phone and what have you. So so all of today I have basically like just been sitting in front of the computer and what have you, and a part of me was like, would be, and when I go on lunch break and when I'm done with work, it's like I don't leave the house either, and like with the idea of like going onto a stream, staring in front of a computer and such like that. I remember like a number of streams ago, like probably months and months ago at this point, I had like a bit of a crash out or something like that. Like I just was so like angry or something. I don't even remember what the reason was. I just remember the feeling. I just remember the feeling I had when I was like, oh, like I had like one too many Friday night streams where I was like, I kind of don't want to do these anymore. Satisfying Pepsi can pop. So yeah, so for a while I didn't do like Friday night streams, like, cuz I'd be working from home all day, and then I'd just sort of be like, you know what, I kind of want to veg out. I kind of want to like, do what I can to disconnect from the computer, from the room that I've been in and what have you. So you're seeing a Zeebs right now who has spent most of today in the same room, and it's not as decorative as the room you see behind me with all the cool like the glasses and the cactar and the weights thingamadiggy in the shelf with all the fan art in the background. This room is like,
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
it's just white walls and what have you. It ain't an engaging environment and such. Probably also one of many reasons why I do not have an IRL cam for like streaming and what have you, because it's probably not that fun. So yeah, but yeah, I am making this day a special. Oh, Bone!
36-month tier 1 sub.
Thank you, Bone.
36 months of subs, 3 years. How is the grant?
I am doing okay. As I was just mentioning, I remember why I don't normally do the Friday night streams is because normally, like, I spend an entire day in this office looking at my screen, trying to help people and what have you. Even at my lunch break, I'm not leaving here and such like that. From squat trainer to friend. Yippee! Also because of the fact that I don't do squats on stream anymore. I used to do that, but then I don't, and I have like an entirely different way of like losing weight and what have you. And the way that I'm doing it now is with diet shakes and such. Like, I think when you first met me and such like that, I was probably like 150 kilos or something like that. I am now, as of this morning, 94 kilograms. I have gone down in weight quite a bit. Also, I just realized that there's like other thingy-majiggies and... Gonna go for my kick W in there. 96 kilograms is still going strong. Nice. Excellent work. But yeah, so I've got down to like 94 kilograms today. I got like about at the beginning of this month, sorry, I was at approximately, 88 kilograms. So like I was under 90 before, and then I went on a diet break for like, 40 for like, most of this month, and I went from like 88 kilograms up to 99 kilograms, which wasn't great. Thankfully, I didn't go over 100 kilograms, which is really good, but that's kind of the reason why... Oh my god, another tier 1 sub. Oh my gosh, hi, Savage.
28-month hype.
I probably need to, like... rather than using my streamer bot or speaker bot to do the thingy-madiggies, I should probably have it going explicitly through Twitch.
Hello.
Hi. So yeah, great job at losing weight, Grant. I'm proud of you. Yeah, so I went on like a diet break for like the last little for the last few weeks. It was like 4 weeks in July, which was kind of crazy. So yeah, most of July, and except for like the last 3 days, I just was like, you know what, fuck it, we're not gonna keep an eye on our diet or anything like that. And I enjoyed all kinds of food. I probably could have done a much better job of managing what my day-to-day meals were going to be and such like that, rather than leaving it to my dumb brain, where in the past I would just order Uber Eats because of the convenience and what have you. Cost of food went up in that month. The amount of calories I ate went up. The amount of exercise went down. The amount of fluids that wasn't caffeinated or sugary went down. It was all sorts. So, drink of water. There we go. All right. So yeah, so now I'm back on the intensive shake diet, and I'm going to be on it for at least 3 weeks. So most of August, I'm going to be on the intensive shake diet because, one, I want to get back under 90 kilograms, because when I got down to like 88 point something, 88 kilo, you're not dumb. You just had a multiple tracked train. That many trains of thoughts. But yeah, so I want to get back down to like 88 kilograms, but like, you know, before we go too far into August. But I want to try and get further down from that. Like, I think the scale, like, hang on a second. You know what? Let me just get up Opera GX. Because, like, when I'm at 88 kilograms, I'm like 24% body fat or something like that. It's not too bad of a body fat, like, weight for me. But let me just use, like, BMI. I know the BMI is not an accurate thingy-madiggy, but let's be real. It works in a global scale, and for, you know, the wildest of fucking estimates when you don't have, like, crazy muscle or crazy fat. So I am 175. Wait, wasn't I 175? Or hang on, I need to double check, because I've had myself remeasured in recent memory. Give me a minute. We've adjusted my height, like, in recent memory. Yeah, 175. So at 175, at 88 kilograms, puts me in at like 28. Now, in order to get down to... There's a calculator out there that at least tells me what the appropriate value is. Yeah, so at 31 years old, 175... Because I believe it was like something like 78 was a... Yeah, so 78 gets me really close to there. So then it's 75, I think. Yeah, so trying to get down to like 75 kilograms or less would get me in the quote-unquote, like, normal sort of range. So, yeah, so at my height, getting between 60 to 76 kilograms is, like, you know, if I didn't have, like, you know, giant muscles or some sort of crazy health condition, that's the you know, that's the band I have. And quite frankly, like, that's not impossible. Like, you know, sure, back when I was like 148. Yeah, back when I was at 148, that put me at like 48.3 kilograms per meter squared, which is like they don't even give me a fucking scale. They're just like, no, you just go off the charts at that point. And then if I go 122, yeah, 122, you know, you're just under that. And now I'm at 94.3. So 94.3, I'm still in the obese category once again. So yeah, so I was like overweight at the beginning of July, and then I went back into obese, and I'm back, so, and that's where I am technically for August. But yeah, and then, so yeah, if I get back to 88 kilograms, that gets me, you know, just on the edge of, you know, overweight to obese. But then if I get down to 75 kilograms, then I will be, you know, I'll be at like a BMI level. Like, I feel like that's not a crazy goal now. Like, if you told me back at 150 kilograms of, oh, you're thinking of trying to get down to 75 kilograms, I would say you're fucking nuts. I didn't think I had that kind of, you know, dedication to a diet or to an exercise regime to help support that. But, you know, fast forward a year, like, quite frankly, this is the difference of a year. After a year, I have, like, you know, this is essentially getting down to, like, half my weight of all things, which is something I'm looking forward to. And I'll be frank with you, like, I would probably aim for, like, 71 or something crazy like that, where it's like, you know, that gets me, I feel like that would, like, if I get 71 kilograms or something like that, that gets me a pretty decent amount of wiggle room, which I think would be appropriate, because then that way, if I have not one but 2 cheat days, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to ruin my weight that much, and I just need to remember to be, you know, extra vigilant with not only dieting, but then adding in additional exercise for the next week or 2 or something like that. So, the potentials are limitless. So, but yeah, the one thing I regret from my diet break in July was that I did not go for a sushi train. I went for pizzas, I went for hamburgers, I went for raw cookie dough, I went for chicken, I went for the halal snack pack, but I went for a movie night. I went and watched the Superman film with popcorn, and it was delicious. I went for, like, there was, like, this cheese supreme, like, popcorn. I never knew that popcorn could get flavors. And also, hi there, 10 months. Welcome to the stream. I didn't know that popcorn could have flavors. And I went for, like, this nacho cheese flavor popcorn, which was absolutely fantastic. I kind of wish I had more, but it was probably a good thing that I didn't have all of it. I probably would have preferred, like, hotter popcorn, to be real with you, rather than just more popcorn. But yeah, the one thing I didn't have that I told myself I'm looking forward to having again was, like, going to a sushi train and having, like, a plate of sushi or 2. I didn't get around to doing that. I'm really disappointed that, you know, that was something I didn't do. So, yeah, that's gonna be something, like, maybe once I'm off my diet and what have you, and I do the transition thingy-majiggy into, you know, 2 shakes and 1 meal, or 1 shake and 2 meals or something, I'd rather. Once I get out of that, then, there's a popcorn place at Chermside that sells flavored popcorn, both sweet and savory. I think there's a place in Indrapilli as well that sells flavored popcorn, or, like, there's a few places. And yeah, the way I got the flavored popcorn was I went into Indrapilli, like, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna go any further. Might accidentally dox myself. Wouldn't be advisable. We are instead going to be going through more of Death Stranding. Also, I need to hit pause. There we go. Because this is the whole point of the Saturday shift. Or, not the Saturday shift. This is the whole point of the Friday evening stream. Was to give myself more streaming of Death Stranding. Also, look at Sam. He is sunburnt to all heck. Hopefully a nice hot bath will, you know, help fix that. But yeah, so that's one of the, You're all good, Tanmux. You're all good, Tanmux. You mentioned Chermside. Let's pretend I went for the flavored popcorn from Chermside. Queensland is a big place. Yay, the sunburn is all healed up and our ammo is all replenished. And we can go for some nice tea. Several cans of tea later. There we go. But yeah, where is my brain at? You can do this, Grant. So yeah, maybe that's the next thing. Is like once I get down to my goal weight and I start having to be on like, you know, the mixture of meals and diet that are like, you know, of an appropriate appropriate calorie thingamadiggy and what have you. After we do that for a while, then I do a sushi train cheat
Tasty
thing.
Sam. Pizza dough karate. Huh. Maybe I should give it a try too.
Oh yeah, the pizza guy, like,
Great if someone could show me how
apparently
it's done.
he
Maybe
was
I could
held
learn
against his
VR
will.
training? Maybe we could call it Taekwondo. I don't really...
So yeah, there was like a pizza guy, and we busted him out from like his imprisonment or something like that. Alrighty. Is there anything different we can do about our backpack? We don't... No, we need the grenades. Spare ammo is helpful. We can't really put any new things that would be of... So that's the back protector, electric shock, and auto resuscitation, mini extra battery, and then these are extra batteries themselves. But we don't really need batteries. The setup we've got right now is fairly good, especially since like majority of the time I'm using a vehicle, or I am, you know, traveling via whatever the facility has on offer for me. So,
Departing facility.
apparently, we're going to be doing like a really long delivery as well. So, hang on a second. Give me a second. All right, so facility features. So we're gonna use the monorail to get from, because we need to get something from this West Fort Knot. So it's a container to West Fort Knot, and then alright, we're going to West Fort Knot. So yeah, so this was one of the things that I worked on is, you know, I followed where this monorail was going, so we have a way of, you know, having, it doesn't fast travel, but it does this. We get a little travel montage. This is what the Americans are missing out on. If you improve the transportation feature so it's not just cars and highways, this could be us. We don't have to self-driving cars? Nah, give us monorails. So yeah. Oof. I will be real with you, chat. There has been, I don't know how to describe it, but maybe stress? Yeah, there's been like more stress over the last little while in regards to like IRL things, though, mind you. So this is stuff such, you have too many things to say about how much America hates public transport. Oh yeah, no, the American nation just, for whatever reason, anytime you recommend to them, hey, what if we, you know, came up with trains? You then just have this clown car of like, you know, all these rich people and privileged folk that are just like, actually, if you have a car, you can transport wherever you want. Did you know with a car, it's the epitome of freedom because of our multi-lane highway? Hey, and it's like, sure, but, you know, cars are probably like the worst footprint in terms of per user across different cities and what have you. You want your football stadium surrounded by car parks that are twice the width of the stadium itself? That's how you get it. You know how Britain doesn't deal with that shit, or how some of the European countries don't deal with that shit? Public transport. That's how. So yeah. But no, Izzy, check it out! A monorail system in Australia. You go from like one thingamadiggy and then into the next. There we go. It's a combination of car corps who want to get more money, politicians who hate to do their job, and white suburbans who hate to see a poor person from the city. Not only that, they don't want to deal. They don't want to deal with common good. There's a load of reasons, and it's really fucking weird when some people are like, oh, if you could solve transportation issues, you could become a god. And it's like, yeah, that's called trains. And they're like, no. We're talking about like a vehicle where one person leads it, and then there's like multiple other people who could be in the vehicle. We want SUVs that are massive and can hold things. And it's like, yeah, that's called a bus. And they're like, no, not a bus. It can go really fast, and, you know, like a truck could go hold, you know, many pallets. And then you just look at them and they're just like, that's a train. It's absolutely terrible. Also, hi there, Izzy. Welcome to the stream. So there's a lot of peeps. There's a lot of peeps in the United States. We want a bigger Ford F-250 that can crush even more children. Oh my god, that little, oh, what's the phrase? That visual of showing of like, oh yeah, there's about like 4 children's width between like the front of the car to when you are finally in view of the children is a bit of a wild, like, bit wild of a visual. Alright, so what's
Sam,
this?
it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the DH3 Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Alright, so he's trying to get to... Alright, first and foremost, can trust that. And then not claiming items. We're gonna recycle some. Actually, is it chemical? Yeah, I'm trying to remember like what it was that was used for the Death Stranding 2 monorails. Like, hang on a second. Death Stranding 2 monorail. Like, what are the materials that they want? So, bunch of by approaching. All right, so it wants resin and special alloys. Okay, so that's because I know there's going to be monorail thingamadiggies there. So all right, claim materials. Wait, did I even remember what it was? God damn it. Control Shift T. Resin and special alloys. Resin and special alloy. That's what I want. All right. I love how it's like, oh, you're over capacity. It's like, no, sir, not when I have this motor vehicle. It's totally fine. Alrighty. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the motor vehicle to get ourselves as far north as possible, which means probably going to this F2 destination or heading to the mine here. We then take a drive, cut across, and then we're probably going to push over to this direction. And then probably see if we can cut through this water. So we go bing dong through to there. I reckon that's how we're going to do it. Alrighty.
Thank you.
So, using the monorail, we are going to... Yeah, so we're going to head to the mine here. We can pick up resin there if we want. We're going to load our vehicle. Near the F3 crater. And then we're going to load ourselves. There isn't any... No, cool. Alrighty. Back onto the monorail we go. Incidentally, the way Sam can just ride the monorail by hiking is insanely dangerous, Lamau. He's a professional, okay? Let's not ruin his fun, all right? What's the worst that can happen? He falls down because I accidentally press a button and he, you know, dies from the impact because it's such a great height? I haven't done that before. Stop staring. Yes! Damn it! Also, do I have a button for the... Nope, that's the cookie. Nope, that's the gun. There we go, that's doing the cooking. Such little faith in me. See, look at that. Like, you can jump down if you want. Just jump into the water. No biggie. But yeah, there's gonna be a few stops along the way, just like a regular train. So yeah. Well, no. So, oh yeah, before Izzy came in about the train thingamadiggy. But yeah, like over the last like few days or weeks, there's definitely been like a little more stress in my IRL. Like, there's just been like a weird mixture of things, such as like, you know, am I doing enough to keep myself afloat financially? Am I keeping myself mentally? Oh, excuse me. I kind of wanted to burp, but I didn't want to like burp into the mic. Am I doing enough financially? Where am I gonna go when my lease ends in February? Because my lease for this place ends in February. I didn't want to renew it because already I was spending like, you know, hundreds of dollars a fortnight to stay here, and that's like over half my income. I can probably go and find another apartment that is much cheaper for me to live in. I just would have to give up on like some, you know, some benefits, such as, you know, maybe having 2 bedrooms, so then that way I have one as an actual sleeping room and the other as an office, or maybe I start housemating, or like...
Have you been having distressing dreams again lately?
What's up, doll man?
You know, nightmares can be indicative of the brain's internal struggles as we attempt to come to terms with traumatic events. By taking our memories of recent events and shuffling them in this fashion, we attempt to find ways of coping with them. Nevertheless, it can be an unpleasant experience. I hope you can
Gonna
get
be
some
real with you, that's a
sleep.
weird way of interpreting nightmares, that these are just our brains trying to have us still think about our problems and be like, hey, you're not done thinking about this. But yeah, like, so that's like one of the things that's constantly popping up. And like the more I've been looking at places that are within my budget because of like, you know, what I'm earning and what have you, the more it looks like I either need to, like, it's really hard trying to find a place that I can have like as my own, and also with enough space that I am able to, also, hi there, Custom. First time chatter over here. Just Custom. How's it going, Custom? Just a lot of underscores there. But yeah, first you're gonna have to become like Sam. Strap the Australian broadband program to your bank and trek to a town outside your city and getting them onto the chiral network, and maybe your streaming career might still be viable. Maybe. But yeah, like that's the thing, Izzy. Like that's the crazy. You're kind of onto it, but like a part of me like worries a little bit that the thing that will make me stop streaming isn't, oh, I'm not feeling up to it, or I, you know, move on to bigger and better things with my work and I just don't have the mental fortitude to do that and streaming. It might honestly come down to a fact of, like, you know, I find a new place and unfortunately it's not private enough for me to be able to stream because, you know, I don't want housemates like being disrupted in the middle of the night because of me streaming on the Saturday night, like late Saturday night. I don't want people, you know, getting annoyed with me and knocking on my door if I have housemates being like, hey, can you like tone it down? I can't, like, I'm trying to get to sleep and it's 9:30 or something like that, and I'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm almost done. It's just half an hour later. Like, I don't want that. A considerably much better first-time message than furry. No, that's fair. Leave Custom alone. Custom will... They'll have something else to say at some point or another. They just... Also, it's pretty cool that they were able to figure out that I'm a zebra. Some people just look at me and they go, hoss. Which, I will be real with you, the design of the zebra was very much just, here's a horse with stripes, when in actuality, zebras have a slightly different tail than what horses have. No, I completely did not pick up on that when I first commissioned Insomnia to create my ref sheet, but I've kept the tail as is, and I just pretend that the tail, like the tail hairs, wrap around the part of the tail that's like, you know, flesh and all that. So yeah. Am I at the end of my line yet? Hopefully so. Lamau. Yeah. Izzy's just learning more and more things about this persona design and just how fucking dumb I was in making it. If it's any consultation, I'm not picking on Custom for their choice of words, just saying it could be worse. It could be worse. You are correct. But yeah. If they say anything else, it'll be nice. I don't know if they're just, you know, dipping in and dipping out. Like, some people do that. Like, they'll see someone playing Death Stranding or whatever game it is that I'm streaming, and then next thing you know, they're just sort of like, oh, you know, this ain't my cup of tea, and they move on elsewhere. Climbing anchor, a rubber pizza. Rubber pizza? Sure. Alright, ceramic. Let's load you up. Mined materials. I've got a lot of materials right now. Alright, I'm just gonna move you here.
Got a little cargo under the shelf in the back.
Oh wait, maybe I can... Let's see. Will it let me load it in from the back? Yes, it will. Oh, okay. Nice. I don't have to, like... There we go. Alright, let's see if it'll let me load it in from the back. I imagine it's gonna get full shortly. So yeah, we're picking up all this resin because it's gonna be useful in, putting it into the monorail system that I want to put together. I'm gonna contribute to projects, okay? I'm a very weird American like that. I'm very much someone that is like, you know, I enjoy, like, you know, the arts and you know, the consumerism and fast food and what have you. But at the same time, I want to contribute to public projects, and public transport could be good. I could fuck with it. New Deal Herbert Hoover guy. Is Hubert Hoover the CIA or FBI guy that was like, wiretap that man? That is some anti-communist behavior. What are you listening to? God, imagine if I was that kind of disease. Where I'm just sort of like, I'm just so like, you know, low self-esteem that I'm like, hey, what you thinking about? Hey, what's your... what do you think of me? Come on. Pick up the... Oh, okay, maybe I don't have enough, maybe I don't have enough room to put more stuff in my thing. Shame. A series of major public projects to generate the economy. Yeah. He was thinking of the president who started the New Deal. Ah, okay. Oh, no! I'm thinking of the wrong Hoover! You're talking about Herbert Hoover, which is absolutely correct. And I'm thinking of J. Edgar Hoover, the paranoia FBI guy. We're thinking of completely different Herberts. My goodness, I'm an idiot. Chat, you should go follow Izzy. Get a shout out for Izzy the Fat Cat, please. Is any of my moderators here? Also, I'm going to be trying to drive one-handed again. Let's see. No, it's going to be very difficult to do so. Yeah, no, I can't pick up any more stuff. Don't text and drive. Yeah, I'm not texting and driving right now. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Some weird bugs got in my way. Alright, so... we could probably drop off some of the metal and ceramic we have there. And then we'll drive... So yeah, we'll go a little bit more inland and drive along. So, give me... Actually, you know what I should do? I should draw a route, so... Route creation. So we'll go there. We'll make our way... there. And then we're going to use this ramp in order to get ourselves here. Maybe providing more parts there. Making our way around... No, actually, we'll take our way north, and then we'll get to the What's-a-Mahoozy generator there. Because I reckon somewhere around here is where the monorail is, and then we go across here. Oh, and then we... Shouldn't be impossible. There we go. I think that's alright. That'll work out well. Oh, A1. Okay, there it is. Ah, excuse me. Literally everyone liked it, but if you try suggesting doing that now, you get called a communist. Yeah. Hi there, Sir Dragon. Welcome to the stream. So, but yeah, I'm a weird American like that, where it's like, you know, I want my fast food, but I'm also going to contribute to public projects. But yeah, so that's one of... So moving on from the, you know, the concerns of if I move into a new place, will I even be able to continue streaming after the fact? Like, that's a big maybe, let me tell you. I have no guarantees of, like, granted, I won't know what places are available in February until much closer to February. Oh, we only have ceramic. Darn. Okay. Okay, so we don't really have that much for road pavers, which is a shame. Definitely something for later. Alrighty, so... Alrighty. Let's make our way to... We'll make our way to the Junkrat. We'll deal with the survivalists. We've got... Yeah, we've got guns, so we're good. all these rocks. So there we go. And I'm at the wrong safe house. God damn it, I'm on the wrong side of this, these rocks. Let's have a look. Oh my god, I am very far south. Okay, but that's fine, that's fine. We can still make a relatively straighter path to our jump ramp to get to the, quote-unquote other side. So, yeah. Looking for places to live and having, like, because the thing is that, like, I don't, like, if you guys really want to know, like, apparently, the appropriate amount of money that you should be putting towards your rent. So this is your rent, not your utilities and, like, everything else. This is just the rent alone. Apparently, that should be 30% of your income. If you go over that, you are in what's called financial stress. You are not in for a good time, and when under financial stress, you're going to be, you know, doing all kinds of other things, such as, you know, trying to compensate for it with either food or you know, other health issues and what have you. So to avoid that, 33% of your income should go towards Whee! Please don't crash, please don't crash. And there we go. Excellent. So I need to find a place that costs less than 400 bucks a fortnight, or 400 bucks a week, sorry. And I'm gonna be real with you, there isn't a lot of options when you have that kind of limiting budget. Ooh, interesting. So, alright, hang on. I'm gonna remove this, is there a way for me to remove the... Yeah, there it is. So it looks like this road... Looks like we have an entirely different way we can navigate this actually now. That's fine by me. But yeah, I need to find a place, you know, for next year that is less than $400 a week. Your results are limited. And what's more is, a lot of those places that are like that, they're like university dorms where they're like, oh yes, this is sitting like, you know, 5 people already in this house, or 3 people. You get 1 room and it's already furnished. And it's like, but I already have furnishings. I don't need any more furniture. Like, I already have a bed. I already have, like, desks and what have you.
You're mine.
So that's 1,000 meters. There's a giant sandstorm over there. Wait, let's not waste our resources on a zip line. We want to use it on a monorail. God damn it, Zeebs. Save your resources. We want to contribute to objects.
You are only
But yeah. Like, I understand I'm probably not... Like, I'm not gonna have as big of a place as I have right now. And I'm kind of fine with that. Because I thought I would be hosting more often at my place. That has not been the thing. I have not been doing, like, a lot of hosting at my place IRL. I've been doing a lot of streaming at my place. So the things that actually matter to me instead are good internet connection and, you know, having enough privacy where if we were to, you know, resume streaming and what have you at, like, the craziest hours of the night, I wasn't going to be disrupting everyone. But unfortunately, a lot of the places I'm looking at, because they're, like, you know, share house in situations and what have you, I don't really have a good idea on, like, you know... Hang on, let's... So that one's 240. No, okay. Yep, excess goes into my cargo, that's fine. And then... Does that connect up? Let's see, let me review the map. Yes, it does. Cool. Alright, we got a consistent connection. And it looks like it's going to be going somewhere over there. And I just need to find, like, this, like, the narrowest point of the river to try and cross it. Because, yeah, it looks tough going here. If I can't marry you, I'll go. On my chariot of gold. Okay, I got an idea. There is only this Alright. So we're gonna go with the structure. Bridge. Chiral. Hot spring. Here we go. Jump ramp. So we want it going there. Okay, so we can't have it go in that. And we want to try and make distance. Alright, I think that's it. Then that should give us, like, some distance. I forgot how to do fractions and been trying to figure out how much 1/6 of 100 is. It's 16.6, by the way. Is that what? 1/6 is like half of a third. I don't know why I thought of it in that fashion there. Alrighty. I need to charge up. Hang on a second. Where's a... Alright. So. We have a lot of trash spikes here, but that's okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go, chat. Evil Knievel, eat your heart out! Okay, that wasn't exactly really far, but... Narrow the distance. Although I'm probably going to go and... Am I still on the network? No, I am not on the network anymore. So... I'm gonna have to be very mindful about battery. Actually, wait, what am I thinking? I can just, you know...
Gotta stretch my leg.
There we go. Oh, we're... God damn it. I forgot. I'm outside the chiral network. That's why I can't build... Gosh darn it, I'm an idiot. It wasn't very awe-inspiring, but good effort. Thank you. I try and do my best effort. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not really hopeful, but... Wait for the vehicle's built-in solar to refill the batteries. Sure. Let's go for a rest right here.
Let's take 5.
Let's just give it a minute. We've been driving most of the night. It should be getting into sunrise right now. So, yeah. Besides, it gives me an opportunity to, like, you know, chat a little more directly to chat and what have you. Hi there, Light Strife. Welcome to the stream. Just talking about IRL things. So, first and foremost, which would be very nice. Unfortunately, my other housemate is unhireable, so I'm playing for them as well, which means I'm very much in financial stress. Yeah, no. But yeah, I'm currently in financial stress myself. I have been in financial stress for like the last year or two. So streaming has been one of those weird things where it's like, oh, I kind of need to keep doing streaming because I do get a little bit of money from... I kind of do get a little bit of money from the streaming thing. Not a lot. Not a lot to be able to, like, invest back into it to, you know, get more and all that kind of nonsense. But it does at least give me something. So then that way, like, you know, either the internet bill or hello. Vehicle charge using solar generators. Nice. So, daytime. But yeah, so... Food? Yeah, no, I need to, Thankfully, I'm not spending that much on food now that I'm back on the intensive shake diet. Because if I'm on the intensive shake diet, I'm only spending, like, you know, $2 to $4 on my, Okay, no, I'm back in the red. Never mind. We need to make it to the Knot City before we do anything else. But yeah, so while I'm on the like, one of the benefits of being on the intensive shake diet, for me at least, is the fact that I save so much money because I'm not eating that much food. That's the benefit for me. That's probably not a good thing. Also, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get to this monorail. We're close to getting it done. It will be so good for... It'll be so good for the Knot City. I don't have enough chiral, but that's fine. Yeah, I've only got like 160. And then... Alright, so process, there we go. Is there any chiral thingamajiggy around here? No, there isn't. Okay, cool. Alright, we're almost at Westport. Note to self, we'll need to get more chiral. Are your shakes a subscription-based thing where they come to your door every month, or do you buy them from a shake shop? I purchase them from a chemist warehouse. Like, I don't need a doctor's appointment to get the OptiFast shakes here in Australia. Apparently, you need a doctor's, like, thingamajiggy in order to get them from the States, which is weird as fuck. But, yeah, no, I just go to, like, chemist warehouse or something like that. So, it costs about $59 to get, like, 18 satchels. So, it is a bit, like... it's beneficial. Is it $60? I'll need to double check that. I need to double check how much I like, you know, the whatsamagoozies actually are. Hang on a second. OptiFast used to offer a subscription model, but they didn't like having to deal with the, you know, the transportation and logistics and all that, so it was too much for them. So yeah, they've gone off the wayside. I suppose it's to stop smartasses from thinking they can live off this stuff based off faulty math. Yeah, there is stuff that is like, hey, do not go on this thing for long extended periods of time. Like, as far as I know, going on 1 or 2 shakes a day, they don't seem to have a problem with that. They seem to think you can do that for however long you want. But 3 shakes a day? Oh, they only want you going for that for 3 months tops.
This is like a work of art.
Yes.
It was all I could do to keep my hands from shaking while I was inspecting it.
Excellent.
Oh, dropping off someone else's stuff.
Yep.
We're so grateful for your support.
Once again, so close to getting the 2 stars.
Cupid. We're ready.
All right. Giving them the USBs and getting connected. Here we go. But yeah, so while I'm on the intensive shake diet, I do save money on food and what have you. You have news, Masonic? You're pregnant. That's my first guess. That is always my guess when someone says they have news. They're pregnant. Look at that. We're like getting around to my neighborhood. You're down to 32 kilograms. Hey, actually, that's pretty good. Congratulations. You were heavier than that before. I remember you saying something along the lines of like 150 or 160 kilograms. 130. Yeah, no. So you're down to 132, but you shared with me. I swear you shared with me in chat like the last time you like weighed yourself. I'm trying to like scroll back up to see where that might have happened, but it might have been from a long time ago. You started at 148. Yeah, that's what I thought. 148. So yeah, you've already lost 16 kilograms, which is really good work. Awesome. Fantastic. Proud of you. Keep up the good work. This is all just, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So you got way more to go, but you have way more time to do it. It's okay. Ooh, we get ourselves Boca Skeleton, an active skeleton designed for making deliveries. Makes it much easier to traverse difficult terrain such as rivers, slopes, and snow. Boost provides even greater stability, but will drain the battery. Cargo capacity is also greatly increased, so carrying an extra 120 kilograms is now possible. Amazing. Thanks to the insulin. Ah, okay. Ooh, improved coffin boards. Yeah, means nothing to me.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network.
Yep.
Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments.
Ooh, okay. Show. Oh, hey, it's a pair of shades. Or reading glasses. Shades or reading glasses? TTL02, sunglasses from the Gentle Monster Bold collection. Modern rimless design with brown graded square lenses. Creates a look that's totally unique, fitted with special lenses that block direct and reflected sunlight. Nice.
Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without... Ideal for keeping... It's bound to make your... You know... For a while there, it felt like we were... But it seems like we'll be able to avoid... We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold.
There's definitely going to be a lot of things. What about the road development?
As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything.
I can help you out with that.
We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me.
Oh, it's the president
More
again.
than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again.
Pretty sure by infiltrate you mean kicking the door so hard that the grandfather
We won't be
feel
able
it
to hit
stir the
your
problem.
way just yet.
Infiltrate where? Okay, I barely remember the infiltration part.
This could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know.
Hang on. Forgive me. Alright. Ding. We can get 720 out from you. And then we're gonna recycle. Alright, so let's get yeah, let's get these materials stored. Daryl Dixon. Yeah, it's
Glug, 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 glug.
thank you. Let me go on my, like, what's my whoozy thingamadiggy? How is it going, Faceless? You doing good? Wait, hang on a second. Hang on. Something ain't right. Where is my brain? Sorry, I'm just, moderation setting problems? Something like that. Give me a second, give me a second. Give me manage. Give me a sec. Is there... So, yeah, because there was... For those of you that are not aware, you can share ban lists with other streamers. It's honestly fantastic. The way it works is sometimes you're able to, you know, if someone gets banned in one other person's, like, thingamadiggy, you get banned elsewhere. Let me just see... So... One second. I don't know if I've... It says they're restricted. What does... Because I don't have people... Like, I don't have it set up in a fashion where if someone gets, blocked from the others, it gets, like, you know, fully blocked on my side. Try writing something now. Let's see. Is it gonna do, cause like 2 minutes ago, like, cause I accidentally added them into the thingamadiggy, and then I removed them from the thingamadiggy, so maybe because of removing them that will fix it, but I don't know. I don't have guarantees like that. This is all new to me. Because you're not blocked, you're just restricted, but it's like, you know, that obviously doesn't really... Was banned from chatting on Yi, and to be honest, I don't even remember what I did. All I remember was saying hi and how you're, but other than that, I don't remember anything else. Yeah, from the look on my history, like, we did do a shared chat for a quick minute. I can see you asked for their Discord or something like that, but that's the most that I've got, so yeah. That's why I don't have it where if people get banned from other people's streams, they get banned in my stream as well. Normally, I just have it as like a warning system or something like that, so... It'll probably be a thing where I'll ask unnamed of like, oh, hey, what was the... Like, you know, what was the reason or something like that, and they'll tell me like, oh, it's you know, some nonsensical thing, or maybe it was something serious. Who knows? But best behavior. But, you know, you have an opportunity here for demonstrating that behavior here, so I'm not gonna fault you for, you know, saying hi. Alright, yes, how are you doing today, Zeebs? I am doing fairly alright. It's nighttime for me, by the by, but, yeah, we're going through, so we're doing a second stream of Death Stranding ending today, because, oh wait, no, hang on, rather than that, let's do... Ding. Facility storage. Alright, can I move it? Okay, I can place it into the thingamadiggy or attach it to my shoulder. So that's on the tool rack. I'm going to attach this to my suit. Same as you. MP grenade can stay there. Assault rifle. I'm gonna put you on the tool rack instead. So that's our handgun, that's our boots, we got grenades, we got high capacity things. And that's all of our pickup nonsense. You know what? I'm just gonna entrust some... I'm gonna entrust that at the very least. And keep you in there. But yeah, so I was just going... So yeah, what was it I was talking about earlier, chat? Like, several minutes ago, before I got distracted by, you know, needing to do the moderator stuff. Before I had to, like, you know... What was it I was talking about? I was talking about food. I was talking about how it was, you know, it was cheaper for me to remain on the calorie deficit diet for money reasons. My rent is expensive and I need to find a new place, and there's concerns when I do... Oh my god, where's the fucking Fisher thing? No doubt I'm walking over to that Fisher again. Alrighty.
I've seen this before, Sam.
3 in the morning for me, and want to know if fact Daryl Dixon's voice acted for Stryker in Hell of a Boss?
Sam.
Did not know that.
Going back there?
Also, if you want, like, you know, the VA's name, his name is Norman Reedus.
Well, that's not an invitation.
So who is this man? Because we kind of saw him, we saw him back in Nirvana, where it was like the equivalent of Mexico. And, you know, we took out some of his peeps. I know, I like to call him Daryl Dixon. Fair enough, fair enough. I call him Norman Reedus. And then sometimes, depending on the game I'm playing, I'll give him that character name. Someone has also pointed out that you can look at the fidelity improvements of consoles, like especially PlayStation, by watching how Norman Reedus has been... Thank you, Izzy. Questions about the game will be answered by playing the game. Oh my god, yeah, once again, the skull motif peeps. Okay, so he's not the leader anymore? He's like... What in the world? Oh. Never mind. And once again, he's getting the bandana and turning into Solid Snake all over again. God fucking damn it, Kojima. Deluge. How many episodes are in this video game? I feel like I'm only I haven't even hit halfway. I feel like there's like 20 episodes or something like that, but that could be a Devil May Cry thought. But this is eerily similar to... So yeah, we haven't had this happen to us yet, but back in Death Stranding 1, whenever Sam, like, died or something like that, he would end up in, like, this kind of a realm where he would just be, like, you know, floating in the water and what have you. Oop, okay. There we go. Oh my god, so slow. Alright, trekking boots are gonna go to the boot clip. You aren't going anywhere. You, meanwhile, we're gonna hang on the tool rack. Alright, here we go.
Strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual.
It's like, we're like Mario. It's just like, yahoo! Go. Oh, you bastard. But yeah, so we haven't ended up in, like, you know, the whole repatriate thingy-majiggy in a long time. So it's interesting to be in something eerily similar to it. I missed whatever the fuck that was. Oh, giant fucking whale? Go. Snap his neck. There we are.
Got grenade launchers. It's risky, but you could try taking their weapons for your own use. Are you up for the challenge, Sam?
Absolutely. I just need to figure out where the fuck the other guys are. Nope, okay, we seem to be fine here. Alright, let's not go for... Let's keep to the assault rifle. Oh, shit. Whale. No. Okay, never mind. Solid Snake impersonator again, or someone else? Normally you would come back alive for this. Okay, okay. The visual of the skull guys is very crazy. Skeleton soldiers are really cool. I fuck with the designs they've got.
above us. Something's coming. Watch out!
I have no idea what the fuck that is. Let's go Warriors next. Ow. That was my fault, sorry.
These ice pillars are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them?
God damn.
Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us.
And I'm out of battery life. Come on. Yes! Did it! A lot of explosions and a lot of blood loss, but we did it. Probably not gonna get an S rank for that, but, you know. Does he know who Lou is? We have, like, barely any context to this man. Someone from Bridges, at the very least.
You recognize his face?
No, I don't.
Oh. God damn it. You give me no context. Like, I remember seeing that back in Death Stranding 1. It was like it was a fake BB, but I can't remember, like, what was the significance of the fake BB.
Sam, do you read me? Come in,
Yes.
Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time
Hi, welcome back,
differently
Custom.
over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right.
Haven't heard from you
The
for a
tar
hot
currents seem to
minute.
have settled
Was where
down, so
you
we'll
left.
be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Fantastic. Yeah, we got B rank because we took 260% damage. Oh shit! We were not stealthy at all then. Oh my God.
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well.
12,000. Oh my God.
Seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Fantastic. There we go. Shame we don't get any chiralium for our little trek through all that, but Yeah, we use like 2 blood bags. That would definitely do it. Alright, back to our private room we go. Rest up. Lord knows I want to take a bathroom break. I should have done that when there was an advertisement going off. I'm an idiot. I could also do with a shower.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
Sounds good. Alright. While Sam goes to the bathroom, I too shall go to the bathroom. Quick 30 seconds. Be right back. Bathroom break. Thank you so much, chat, for the hyper himbo. Look at the size of me.
Oh, I didn't know that was how big you got. I'm gonna have to like keep that.
Gonna keep note of that. Noted.
Yeah.
What body? He's fucking eviscerated. He's dead. Every Venatori we have dealt with so far has just fucking disappeared. Just a burst of blood. What do you mean check the body, Lucanus? There's nothing there.
His pockets are stuffed with jewelry from the chantry.
Jesus Christ.
Come on!
Oh!
Some good information, did you? Let's see if it's too good.
I have returned. Yes, I can. Observe. There we go. Alright, put this back on. Stop the animation. Stop the BRB. Alrighty then. So, yeah, one of the things about the intensive shake diet that I'm on, I have to drink like 2 liters of fluids. That could be from Pepsi Max, Coke Zero, tea, water. Just so long as it doesn't have like sugar or, you know, any calories in it and such like that, it should be okay. But because I have to drink at least 2 liters a day, holy shit, I have been pissing so much. Yesterday or the day before, yeah, no, yesterday actually. Yesterday, I was basically getting up to go to the bathroom like almost every hour. I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember needing to piss so much. Like, is that what it's supposed to normally be like when you're hydrated? Is like, you're just going to the bathroom like every hour? Or do I just have like a... Or have I fucked up my liver somehow? Or bladder, sorry. Alright. Donk, donk. What does the doll man have to say?
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice? The ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor?
Yeah.
Afterwards,
I
realized
blew
what
them
they
up.
reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death.
Good thing I was avoiding them.
I don't really...
Alright, to the bridge. Let's hear what the group has to say. Good thing we did like a quick 30-second break. That way we won't get hit with advertisements sooner.
His name is Neil. Neil.
Oh, it's a hologram. You
Neil
had me
Vanna.
worried there.
Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
He was also part
The
of
card was
Bridges.
issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
But
Vanna
had
was
their
a
ID.
porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments.
There we
with
are.
various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before.
I'm
Do you
sorry,
recall
what?
seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Also, what's this about counseling? I do not remember Norman Reedus over here getting counseling. Like, unless this was something that was going off during the year gap, and then the void out happened.
We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna. I'll keep you posted.
Sounds good. Alright. Let's go into our next mission then, shall we? Ah. Tried, but no cigar. So it looks like she's trying to control her power so that she only applies it to a particular length of time, rather than just to decay. Alright. So this must be Neil Vanna's, we kind of assumed this, like, for the last few weeks, but why would the bridge baby connection we got make us see Neil Vanna's, things? Like, that doesn't sit properly with me, not 100%.
By the way, Sam, you saw Tamara with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
From this location, you
Hello,
should be able to
naked
see some
Charlie.
snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Okay. Okay. That's on the side of a mountain. There we go. Oh, I've got leggings again. Interesting. Okay.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Alright, here we go. Damn, 98% himbo rating. Nice work, Sir Dragon. Good work. Let's get ourselves to that battery charge over there. We should be good.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Stan. Just a little bit more.
There we go. Alright, so let's have a think about this. So, most likely, we'll end up like here somewhere, turning off, and most likely are gonna have to walk at some point. So most of the stuff in this cargo is gonna go away. A shame, but it is what it is. Okay, maybe we have a way.
Now leaving neural network coverage.
You're mine.
Alright, let's see how we go. Battlefield 6 is coming. Are you gonna get it? Nah. Historically, Battlefield has not had a smooth release, and what's more is Battlefield isn't in my wheelhouse of like, yes, I'm absolutely going to start playing it immediately when it comes out. So, maybe if... Alright, cool, I avoided that. Maybe if Unnamed was like, hey, we're going to be doing some Battlefield 6 and wants to collaborate and stuff like that, maybe then I'll... you know, maybe I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll join in on that or something or other, but it's not likely, I'm gonna be frank with you. There's a very low likelihood of me getting Battlefield 6, especially in the first year of its release, especially as I don't have Battlefield 2076 or, you know, all the other Battlefield games. Like, you know, if I was like a full-time streamer, maybe there would be like all kinds of games I'd be playing on release and what have you, but... Hello. Because... yeah, we've got like a major mountain in our way. And I don't see any... yeah, I don't see any secret tunnels, so we're gonna have to be very tactful about trying to climb up this particular mountain. I'm gonna guess that you are looking forward to it, Sir Dragon? Battlefield is like something in your wheelhouse, I'm imagining. Because I've not seen too many of the trailers, but a lot of the trailers that I have, like, sort of maybe caught a glimpse of because of seeing something like Skill Up, talking about games being released and what have you, I've seen him, like, show off a flash of the trailer, and it just looks like, you know, some pre-rendered stuff. Like elevation will be relatively the same as well, so nothing too bad here. Maybe getting it, I don't know. It has problems playing online with others, you know, right? Ah, okay. Yeah, probably. Look, games that have like skill level matchmaking, I know there are people that are like, I would like to not see that. That is some propaganda from people that have entered into the realm of video games where they have started gaining some level of skill, but they're not interested in the fun of skill, you know, like Dark Souls kind of stuff. They're more interested in, you know, clowning on unskilled people, which is not the appropriate way to be playing. If you ever hear of like a, you know, someone that's like a professional or something like that, like, or, you know, semi-pro being like, oh my god, skill-based matchmaking is absolutely terrible, don't listen to them. It's in their interest that they play with less skilled people in order to make themselves feel better. They would much rather exist in a world where if there was to be skill-based matchmaking, it would be done by a person with error in a contest or something or rather like that. They do not want to deal with a machine that's able to fit them into a very specific box and are able to apply them to a group that is actually matched to them.
It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away.
Just like when people are like, oh, HR is terrible, don't have HR at work. That is some propaganda shit. You can have bad HR, but do not trust a company that seems to just be like, oh, we don't need a HR.
Oh, wow, you found
Are there any games that are coming soon you'll be getting? Honestly? No, there isn't. Weirdly enough.
I should have no trouble.
There isn't, like, maybe Mafia Old Country, but I've just been so... I've been so stressed with money, I've been so busy, and I've been stressed into like, oh, what would be the appropriate games and streaming content for my streams, like, that I've not had a minute to think, or I've not had, like, you know, desires for the games that are coming out in the future. There have been video games that have just cropped up that I'm being like, oh, I wasn't aware it was coming out in the next few days or out now. Like, that's what happened with, you know, Death Stranding 2. That's what happened with Donkey Kong Bonanza. There are a lot of games out there, you know, and I'm just like, yes, ah, yes, the Magellan.
Now displaying your current order grade. part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks.
Oh, hey, it's a little, little cryobite keychain thing. That's cool. Cryptobiote. An accessory fashioned to look like a cryptobiote. Wearing this will make her less wary of Sam, lowering the likelihood of them fleeing when he approaches.
I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck.
A lot of new
and
new games don't interest me much as they used to, you know. I don't know. You know what's happening? We're getting old.
They appear to alter your body's
That's what's happening.
There is
a period of time now where
the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc.
I know you're talking, but just let me have my conversation. The fact is that you get old. There's no two ways around it. And as you get older, your responsibilities don't go away. Your stresses don't go away. You're no longer thinking of, oh, just a few more weeks and I'll be able to play before I go to work. Here's a penny. Thank you, Iron Yoshi, for the penny. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the bit. Like, as you grow older... Sorry, I'm also switching to sitting mode because I'm now done with, like, standing up for so long. Also, what in the world is with my right glute? Also, like, as you get older, like, responsibilities and stresses, they take over. You're not really in the mind space for, you know, more. You're not there like you're not a teenager anymore where you're able to just be like, yes, I'm looking forward to playing this new game. I'm going to save up for this particular game. You're no longer thinking that. You're no longer thinking that the only purchases you need to worry about are like the $70 to $80 games that are coming out. You're now worried about how am I going to pay for my electricity bills? How am I going to afford all the different things that I need on a week-to-week basis and try and put some savings on the side because something will happen in the future and I need to help pay for that, whether it's an injury or parts get broken, or maybe you're trying to, you know, save up for a better future, like, you know, to be able to own your own home rather than, you know, keep renting in different places that and the rent goes up the longer you're around. Hi there, Goldie. Like, there's just stuff happens in your life as you get older that video games is like no longer that much of a forefront for you. Like, most people who talk about like, oh, they don't make games like they used to in 2006 or 2012. No, they make better games than what they make back then. You know what you miss from back then? You miss what you feel. You miss this childhood wonder of what the next installment would give you. You miss the freedom of so little things that could make or break your day, that you looked forward to the things that would make your day better. And it's hard. It's hard as an adult to, you know, look forward to those things and have those make your day better.
On our perception of time. It's introduced us to timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately.
Strange incidences?
Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with.
Will do.
I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else
Probably
around
not.
to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a sub-order just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again.
Always trying to get something.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Oh, okay.
Order completed. Well done.
God damn, the snow is... Spending time in areas with low temperatures, such as the snowy mountains, will drain Sam's stamina. Be sure to keep an eye on the stamina levels. Will do. There's still a lot of games these days flopping / failing. Yeah, but that's by sheer, like, number of games being released. Don't forget, indie games have been increasing in number year on year, and there's always going to be failures. And also, you're just becoming more aware, like, news is hitting you.
You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges.
Like,
That's what we told you before.
We're in an age of the internet where we have access to more information than you could ever ask for, you know, 2 decades ago, okay? We are in an age where you can step away for an hour or a day and you can learn more. You can learn what you missed out. You can find something new. Like, I remember Hank Green did a video or something like that of, like, one of the issues with when we had, like, all this food and such like that and people were still unhealthy and such, it wasn't the fact that we were getting more food, it's that we were getting bad food. And so with the internet, like, there's all these problems on the internet, and it's like, how is this possible as we're getting more and more information? It's like, there is definitive stats. There is, like, or not definitive stats. There is things on the internet that are not important, that are not, you know, viable for your brain. So during, like, you know, loneliness and misinformation and, like, stresses and depression and what have you, there are things on the internet that are not helping us. Even though the internet gives us way more information and gets us connected way more than ever before, there are bad connections that are on the internet as well.
Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
What?
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids.
That's crazy. The fuck with
She was
playing
just
a
my strength,
Kojima.
helping me to work through my often phobia.
Okay, it makes sense that because of his phobia he would see therapy, but I do not remember from the first Death Stranding him ever talking about going to therapy and shit is the thing. So, yeah, that just kind of went over my head. But yeah, once again, we're getting more Kojima craziness. Although this isn't the craziest thing from Kojima. This is just one of the more, you know, I'm slightly confused because I am a dumb zebra. I am a himbro zebra and I didn't properly, you know, retain information. I forget things. Like people's names. Regularly, I forget people's names. And once again, I am trying to etch closer with my chair, but the arms are in the way.
Sam, this is Charlie. A new assignment has been entered into the system. You've been asked to go and connect the metagenomesis to the network. Access the chronobiologist delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.
Yeah. Yeah. Drink more tea! Oh, wait. That's cool that they have the Polaroid photo there. Can I take a photo of myself? Why? It's only these 3 girls that we get to have for the photo.
Thank you, Sam.
Sure.
Yay. Tomorrow liked the photo and she gave us a thumbs up. Good for her. Dun, 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 dun. Warm water beneath my feet. It seems the groundwater around here is warmer than usual and is especially warm near the slopes at the base of my... Wonder what's causing it. Is there something down there? Oh, I wonder. Probably a hot spring. I bet you there's a way to get a hot spring. Charlie's Angels, Death Stranding style. Maybe that's the thing. It's just the 3 of them are just like, yeah, we're just gonna do some Charlie's Angels stuff. Meanwhile, Tomorrow is there being like, what's Charlie's Angels? Oh, wow, okay, that's quick. We got another, what's Mahuzi memory thing? So there's the dock.
You really don't remember me.
What? Oh.
That woman just now, was that...
Lucy. That was Lucy.
Ah, yes. She was your therapist, wasn't she?
Chiral Bridge? No. Where is it? Here it is. Something. Alright, I'm just gonna get into this vehicle and I'm gonna see if perhaps I could find... Because I reckon there's a hot spring somewhere. just need... Let's see. Stay warm. There's a transponder there. So it's in that direction. Are we there yet in Boss Baby where it's talking to an inanimate figure? Oh yeah, Dollman is... He's not fully inanimate, but he's like a medium or something, and then he just got stuck in the doll. Okay, so we got like a lot of distance we can go through.
Okay.
Much obliged.
There we go.
Let there be water.
Yeah. Elden Ring in that case. If Doll is anything like Rodney's doll form. No, it's just he's just called Doll Man. There's a few things you probably missed, Jack, that I'm hoping to open up the corpus and get a run through. Let's dip in the hot spring real quick.
Another one. Well spotted, Sam. The hydrologist will be delighted to hear about it.
It's good to get the feet warmed up.
Alright, let's bathe in here real quick.
Yeah. Soak it in.
Hot spring rich in iron. The blend of chiralium and various metals gives the surface a silvery gleam. Placing cargoes in the spring will cause the metals in the, to cling to the surface, repairing any dents or cracks. Nice. So yeah, hang on. Where's the... Corpus. So, the story so far. After connecting North America, Sam and Lou leave the UCA. In an attempt to evade the UCA's attention, they decide to live in hiding on the border with the former Mexico, where Sam works as a freelance porter. Having completed an order outside of the chiral network, it is time for Sam and Lou to return home. Sam and Lou have been living a quiet and reclusive life close to the Mexican border. One day, Fragile pays a visit and asks Sam to connect all of Mexico, including Deadman's research lab, to the chiral network. He successfully connects Ciudad Nudo del Norte, Villa Libre, and the Southern Distribution Center, and finally, the research lab to the network. Sam agreed to connect Mexico to the chiral network on Fragile's request, and succeeded in bringing Deadman's research lab online. In the lab, Sam watches a recorded message from Deadman in which he learns that there is a mysterious structure called a plate gate nearby that connects Mexico to Australia. Sam defeats the giant BT that appears and watches the remainder of Deadman's message, which shockingly reveals that there is another BB with the same serial number as Lou, BB-28, and that Deadman has actually died and gone to his beach. Sam watches a recorded message from Deadman in which he learns that there is a mysterious structure called a plate gate nearby that connects Mexico to Australia. Sam defeats the giant BT that appears and watches the remainder of Deadman's message, which has actually died and gone to the beach. Sam takes Lou's present that Deadman had prepared and heads home, where Fragile and Lou are waiting. But upon returning to his shelter, Sam is met with further tragedy. While he was gone, Fragile and Lou were attacked by a group of unidentified assailants, all clad in red. Fragile risked her life to try and save Lou, but was unable to. The particle form of Lou that Sam sees in his BB pod was basically something resembling a BT. Lou is dead, and Sam's grief plunges him into a state of deep despair. Sam successfully connects Mexico to the chiral network, only to sink into the depths of despair after learning that Lou has been killed. In order to get Sam back on his feet, Fragile proposes a new mission, to bring the continent of Australia onto the chiral network as well. Sam joins up with the DHV Magellan, Drawbridge's mobile base, and encounters new comrades including Tarman and Dullman. He also meets Drawbridge's patron, Charlie, as well as APAC's president, the person behind his current mission, as they make their way to the Australian continent. The president explains Sam's main objective. If all of Australia can be connected to the chiral network, then a new plate gate will appear, as it did in Mexico, connecting to other continents. If Sam is able to connect the entire world, it will serve as the first step in saving humanity from the Death Stranding. In an attempt to overcome the devastating grief he feels following Lou's death, Sam sets out on a mission to connect Australia and save humanity from the threat. Immediately before arriving in West Fort Knott, a mysterious man in a red mask appears in front of Sam, taunting him by saying, "You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou." The man then summons a giant mech, which Sam defeats before connecting F1 to the chiral network. Dear God. Yeah, there's a lot. Higgs appears in front of Sam, so he's the one that, like, told him about all that. Shortly after expanding the chiral network to the Northern Environmental Observatory, Sam is dragged into a strange realm where he battles an unidentified man and eventually manages to defeat him. Shortly after extending the chiral network to the Northern Thingamadigi, yep, strange, the Drawbridge crew discovers a young woman inside the chrysalis, and Fragile names her Tomorrow. Sam manages to safely disarm the brigands by recovering the cache of powerful armaments they had been storing at their outpost. Tomorrow has been starting to open up to the Drawbridge crew, but now she's disappeared. Sam goes out to look for her and is attacked by mechanical hostiles. But who should come to his aid but Tomorrow herself, using her Doom's ability to neutralize the mechs. Sam and Tomorrow return to the DHV Magellan together. Sam's next port of call is the lab operated by his old friend, Hartman, to whom he needs to deliver some tar magnetite. Sam's journey from West Fort Knott to East Fort Knott is long and arduous, interrupted by armed survivalists, BTs, and rugged terrain. Eventually, he successfully delivers the prototype life support system and connects 4F to the chiral network. Sam is once again engulfed in a tar fall and transported to some sort of flooded ruin where he yet again comes face to face with a mysterious man. Sam defeats him and makes his way back to his own reality. Before Sam leaves, the mysterious man hands him his ID. Analysis reveals the man is Neil Vana, a porter who died in a void out 11 years ago after being engaged in numerous delivery efforts from Mexico to the UCA. So yeah, so that's who you got. Now, if I go to... not the story. So, Sam is a porter and Doom sufferer who was once a member of Bridges. Sam's Doom's ability allows him to sense the presence of BTs, but his ability to repatriate that makes him particularly noteworthy. Repatriates such as Sam cannot die. Katana versus Axe? Yeah. That was a pretty cool fight. You missed out on that one. Repatriates such as Sam cannot die, even when caught in voidouts, and always return to the world of the living. Sam crossed North America from east to west with his BB Lou for company and connected the entire continent to the chiral network. He also saved Amelie, who has been abducted by terrorists, with help from Fragile and his bridge colleagues. Sam took on and defeated a number of BTs, as well as his nemesis, Higgs. After establishing the UCA, Sam leaves Bridges without informing anyone. He is now considered a fugitive, and as such, he and Lou have taken to living a reclusive life close to the Mexican border. During his journeys across north, would experience flashbacks whenever he connected to Lou's BB pod. These flashbacks were the fragmented memories of Cliff Unger, a man with whom Sam has a unique connection. Sam initially finds these flashbacks troubling, but eventually comes to understand their true meaning and significance. So yeah, he is Clifford Unger's son. Like, he was like the BT baby that he was the BB baby that Clifford was a fan of. Fire Emblem Game Triangle wins again. Ah, nice. I didn't realize that was a triangle. So we got Fragile, they got Auxiliary Hands, Dead Man. So yeah, Dead Man is a member of Bridges. He was like, you know, built out of, you know, donated parts and such like that. and then all that nonsense. Tarman is a doctor and geophysicist who suffers from dooms. He is also responsible for piloting the DHV Magellan, which he does by inserting his right hand into the ship's nav console. Tarman's right hand is lost somewhere in the tar, and its presence there seems to allow him to read the tar currents. It is unclear how or when he developed this ability. Tarman's binoculars, which he always wears around his neck, serve no purpose in piloting the ship. Instead, they allow him to indulge his passion for bird watching. Hi there, Ark Coffeemancer. The Himbo Stranding occurs when our world gets connected to the nude beach. Although Doman once possessed a physical body, Ha as it's called, currently his soul, his Ka, resides within a small doll. He is a doom sufferer and once worked as a medium, though he has since lost his powers. He does still have a deep connection with BTs and the dead, however, and his insight is deemed invaluable by Drawbridge. Dollman urges Sam to set out on his journey to connect Australia to the chiral network so that he may overcome his grief of losing Lou. Then we have Drawbridge's patron, we got Thingy, we got Locke, we got the President, we got Amelie, we got Higgs, we got Porters, we got Rainey, we got Tomorrow. There it is. Analytics of his ID card has revealed that the man who attacked Sam was called Neil Vana, though it seems that Neil died several years ago. Neil was a doom sufferer and highly regarded porter. Recognizing his talents, Bridges asks Neil to undertake a series of special deliveries across the border between the former Mexico and USA. Ostensibly, he was to deliver medical supplies and materials, but actually smuggled various restricted items, including narcotics. 11 years ago, Neil was killed in a void-out that struck a number of Bridges' experimental laboratories and medical facilities. Sam was also caught in the void-out, surviving thanks to his repatriation abilities. It was this very incident that prompted Sam to leave Bridges and work as a freelance porter until Bridges asked him to return. How goes the Death Stranding? It goes... We found ourselves another hot spring! Look at that.
Yeah, soak it in.
You having fun? Whee! Yeah, we don't see any stars up here because it's like snowy as fuck. But yeah, we should be good now. Let's get up.
Feels like I just repatriated.
Feels like he just came back to life. Good for him. But yeah, so that I was just really quickly reading through some of the stuff for Whatsamahoozy, for blah 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 Jack over here. Damn, I can't see shit in this weather. I can't see fucking shit.
Oh, this.
Thank you, Tan Mugs, for being my biggest fan. I greatly appreciate it. Fuck Light Strife. He ain't even here. So is he gonna be okay with the new BB and all? Grief doesn't go away, but I'll worry if he starts hallucinating heavy things that aren't there. Yeah, no, he's hallucinating the BB in the pod. Light Strife, you're no longer my biggest fan. Tan Mux is my biggest fan.
Order is prepped and ready for you. We'd like you to capture the timefall-resistant emu I identified and take it to her shelter. You might find the capturing part tricky, but if you're real quiet, you shouldn't have too much trouble. Now, this emu appears to possess certain unique temporal properties. It may well have some kind of connection to extinction entities as well. The metagenomicist might have different insights into its nature given her specialization, though. Personally, I'm hoping this might lead us to a major breakthrough. Also, there's another order I want you to handle when you have a moment. It's related to those strange incidents I mentioned earlier. They might not be occurring right on my doorstep, per se, but they're still very troubling.
Oh, this is the subtext. I'm not gonna deal with the subtext. Why the baby? Why is a baby always gotta be a casualty? Hideo Kojima. Take it up with him. Alright, so we gotta go... We gotta rescue a timefall resistant, what's-a-mahoozy. So that means dropping down to here. Grabbing the emu. Probably moving up to the pizza chef to get up here. And then... probably stop over there and make our way south. There we go. And then APS's. Let's see. We've got proximity alarms. We've got extending the window. We don't really need any of these. Cargo management, meanwhile. Our pizza, the lightweight thingamadoogie, you're fine. Holster, boot clip, blood. Alright, let's head out.
Order accepted.
I'm glad we don't have to go through more of this, like, ice biome. And I'm pretty sure there's a jumping ramp. Here we go. Chat. Maximum effort. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, that's not great. I thought we'd have a much better time than that. Alright, so. Oh boy. Oh boy, chat. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh my gosh.
That's the way.
There we go. We'll get this. Ah, shit! Ow.
Look that one.
Alright. Oh. Here we go. Ow. God damn you. Almost there. Alright, that wasn't as cool of a jump, sir. You seem to be falling off a mountain. This is a controlled descent. Everything's fine. We're making good progress. I know what I'm doing. Also, that ramp was absolute bullshit. That needed to be much stronger.
Gotcha.
This is the spot where it was last seen. Emus are awfully fast. This search may take a while.
pick up this thing.
That's the way.
Alright. Watch me sneak up on this bird and show you how it's done. Oh, God damn you! Fuck! Bastard. Can't shoot it. Do I get to laugh or nah? Just you wait. You're not seeing me sprint right now like a headless chicken after this thing. I am coming at this with stealth and tact. Just give me a minute, okay? Just give me a minute. I'll get it, don't you worry. He just needs to stop moving around so much. There we go. Ah, damn. Hey, aw, you... Damn it! You were in a corner as well! Alright, hang on. So there he is there. Fucking road runner. I see you. I see. There we go. Yeah. Got him.
Wonderful. We've secured the animal. Let's deliver it to the metagenomicist.
Did it! And I didn't run around like a headless chook. Alright, let's have a look. So, best chance is to go up to the pizza chef, and then that way we can cross over and then make our way south. Oh, hang on. I want that. That's a lot of Cairo right there. Here we go. Sad. Did you get to laugh, Jack? I don't think so. I think I got the last laugh.
Snag.
To be honest, you're busy looking at groceries to look. Darn. A crow's life is never simple. And to have the days of being a suspiciously wealthy fur, you just like do whatever you want. You just hire people to do your groceries. Alright, gotta give the pizza man back his stuff. You're not wealthy? No, but The dream. The dream, Jack, to be wealthy. That's the dream, isn't it? To be a suspiciously wealthy fur?
Where did you find this cargo? I've kept this under lock and key here for a while now.
Boasts greater ammo capacity, larger clip size, and a higher rate of fire than its predecessor. Nice.
I'm going to increase your material.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you.
As thanks for...
Hey, another pizza thingy-majiggy. Center balance, and then hold for pizza.
This contains secret knowledge of another technique of mine. The pizza whirlwind kick.
If you were wealthy, you would still live in a shitty apartment and take the bus. Look, fair enough. Like, I'm not saying you're... I'm not saying that you're not gonna remain humble, okay? Suspiciously wealthy furs are like, they might be humble for all we know, but they keep going, hey, I like what you're doing. Make it bigger.
I think you will have no difficulty wielding it. Do come and fit.
Order completed.
God damn, the... You know how people are like, you know, their idea of a crash out is to, like, you know, rebel against the forces, or to, you know, get a tattoo or some crazier nonsense than that? You know what my thoughts of crash out are? Getting a pizza. Ordering 40 McNuggets. Those are my ideas of a crash out right now. Is to, you know, get myself a shit ton of food. That wouldn't be a good idea. I need to be strong. Alrighty, so the BTs are there. I'm gonna aim for this thing. I want to see what's there. There might be... You might be able to figure out what materials it needs, or if it opens up areas. You already... What, you have tattoos? I didn't know this. I didn't know this, Jack. This is a part of you I had no idea about. I am a terrible friend. I don't know anything about my friends. What kind of tattoos you got? Does it? Yeah, was not aware of the tattoos. Because here's the thing, should I mention it? Yeah, fuck it, let's mention it. I have met Jack IRL. We had I think we had a wonderful time at Purdue. That was like a year or two ago.
Welcome, Sam.
It was good times. It was probably I think it was my last Purdue as well, like, because quite frankly, I don't know if I'm gonna be going to them, like, in the future, because I told myself, do not go to conventions unless someone is being very explicitly, hey, I would love for you to come along. Like, unless someone is, you know, demanding my presence there and wants to hang out with me, like, you know, while I'm there and such, I'm not gonna go to Purdue just because everyone else is going. Go. One on each of my wrists, and the other is on your lower back. Ah, okay, okay. My sister has, like, one tattoo on her, like, forearm. She went for, I think it was butterflies, I think is what she went for. The idea is that, like, they're for... Like, it's for her dog, like for her children. She got it when she got her first daughter. Alright.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Alright, let's see. I have a weird religion to conventions. Ideally, I show up to meet with my friends, but I also prefer to just wander aimlessly on my own. That is honestly an interesting take, because, like, because you're an artist within the furry circles and such, so the thing that I hear from a lot of, like, you know, artists about conventions is that, like, they want to go to them to, you know, be able to sell their wares or, you know, promote their business and what have you, and that plays counterintuitive to the I want to hang out with people. So it's interesting to hear the like with you, it's like, no, you're not thinking about, you know, going to these conventions for work purposes. You're thinking about going to these conventions either for friends or just because. You don't nearly have the capital to get a table. Oh,
Look that one.
I feel that. Hi there, Lord Secret Spy. Welcome to the stream. We're going through Death Stranding 2. Again. Two streams in the 1 week of Death Stranding 2. Partly so then that way I can try and get through more of Death Stranding. And so then that way I'm not lagging behind. Also partially to see what it's like to stream on a Friday night when I'm back on my intensive diet. Gonna be real with you. I remember why I don't do this.
That's the way.
The energies are low, and the yapping, sometimes it happens. But I will be real with you, the yappy is a little bit negative, I will be kind of blunt, because, you know, I just want to talk about, you know, real life woes, about, like, you know, the difficulty of financing my life, rent, bills, the desire for things. Although I haven't really talked too much about the desire for things, so that's not really important. You don't have this game, but I love this game. Interesting love-hate relationship. Yep, respect it. I had joked with the idea of tabling to introduce people to monster fucking, since an awful lot of artists tabling sell very anime pretty girls and boys. At furry conventions?
Thanks for coming. I've been looking forward to this delivery. Now let's take a look.
Like, although to be fair, I've not seen that much monster fucking. It's usually, you know, kawaii furry boys and kawaii furry girls and maybe a few muscly boys. And then conventions in general. Ah. Okay. Makes a little more sense in my head now. Once again, so close to the same start.
You to thank for it. All that's left is to connect me to the chiral network. I'm ready.
Alright, let's see who this character is. Going next year, or at least trying to. Nice. I'm not planning of going to Furdu next year, but one of the things that I'm trying to sort out is going to Texas. We need more fat monster men. We need more fat monster men! Give me fat, ugly bastards! Actually, that's not the right. There's a difference between. There's a difference between fat monster men and ugly bastards, isn't there? Because I'm thinking of like orcs in fantasy. You're probably thinking of something else. Ooh. Large BTs. Defeating a weakened catcher by throwing an EX capture grenade in its mouth, and it will produce a BT crystal. Like other grenades, these can be stored in the regular grenade pouch. Huh. I was thinking of like dad bod Godzilla. Oh, like earlier Godzilla renditions before they, you know, slimmed him up for you know, the Western audiences. What the shit? Why are you pointing at me? Why are you pointing at whoever is reading this message, chat? Why, Izzy? You're just sort of like, I want you, like, I want you to fuck more dads. That's what you're essentially writing there. Look at that. Such threat, like, Blue Foxy Nicey Icy has like a pointing to chat thing as well. That has some threatening aura to it as well. Do it now.
I have something I'd like to give you. I hope it's to your liking.
Ah.
All hooked up at last. And wow, I was able to finish my analysis of the emu you brought me.
Yeah, that one, the one that Jack's sharing.
Turns out it was absolutely riddled with parasitic chiral microbes. It would seem
No idea
their
what that
presence
means.
was enough to alter the emu's temporal flow, which is probably why it didn't grow older when exposed to timefall.
Oh.
This all but confirms what the chronobiologist has been saying. Hosts for these chiral microbes are subject to the timeless influence of the beach. It's still unclear how this might be related to extinction entities, but it's a vital clue for solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. An extinction entity has the capacity to trigger the last stranding. And if that comes to pass, the end of humanity itself is assured. Higgs attempted to make use of one such entity back in the UCA, but I know you personally put a stop to his plans. Hartman told me everything about those events. It's anyone's guess
cool.
what Higgs is trying to accomplish.
Everyone just saying everything about my narrative
And that's
wells.
why I'm giving you these. EX capture grenades are invaluable weapons that work by leveraging the temporal properties of parasitic chiral microbes to great effect. In essence, they allow you to defeat weakened BTs in an instant by drastically destabilizing their intrinsic flow of time. But that's not all. These grenades can give you the means to summon your own BTs.
You're just going to Furdu to see friends? I don't know what to do at the con. I know there's been people who have been going to Furdu conventions more often than I have, and seem to have like a way deeper...
They might even
I know there's people who have been going... Actually, it's almost done.
hold the answer to treating 21-minute syndromes like mine.
Okay, cool, so there's options. So, I know there are people who are like way more connected to the Furdu like fan and like the furry fandom in Australia and have had this like, because from what I've been hearing, Furdu is weirdly like it's not like it's too big for the hotels that it's going into, and it's not really doing a lot with the people that are coming along to Furdu. It's a like I don't understand like where it is they want to go or what they've attempted, but like the first thing that pops into my head is that I find it very weird that we do like people like clamber for like, you know, booth spots at Furdu. Like there are artists in Australia who will go to Furdu and it's like they are there for work. There are some that are like, you know, they can get away with not doing the booth one year or another, but they do it every year and they pull out the stops for it and what have you. And I think Furdu is kind of reliant on that artist doing it as well. But the thing that, you know, I feel like this needs to be tried at least once. Get some non-furry brands into the booth. Get someone like from Wacom or something like that, or from one of the tablet manufacturers being like, hey, we have a lot of furry artists. We have a lot of artists that love drawing, and many of them are using your product, and we think it would be a great idea for you to come along to one of these conventions with a booth and try and like, you know, promote you to the peeps and what have you.
Yes, I'm also a member of the 21-Minute Anxiety Association. The chronobiologist happens to be another member. We're sisters, in fact. Our mother belongs to the group, too. She's a hydrologist working out of Hartman's lab. Perhaps you've already met? We've
What about Bad Dragon? Well, okay, no, here's the thing, Lightstrife.
But what?
Here's the thing. The furry fandom there's an aspect of the furry fandom that wants to really, really strongly try and promote that it isn't just a sex thing, because, you know, CSI Miami, like, you know, did a really poor representation of them and made them seem like as if they were a sex cult, which it is not. It is just a fandom that people like anthropomorphize people. That is basically like that is it. And it's like, oh, then you have like the people within it going in all these different kind of directions and what have you. And yes, you have people where they're like, hey, we invented like, you know, a sex toy company called Bad Dragon. But then you have people such as myself who do streaming on Twitch. There's a whole ton of furries that do streaming on Twitch. There's a whole ton of furries that do IT, that do public planning. There's all kinds of furries every which way. And there has been like, you know, efforts to make it so that the furry fandom isn't just seen as like some poorly managed sex cult or something crazy that the conservatives are trying to label them with. With conventions like these, I feel like are trying to, like, they're trying to present a platform for non-furries to also attend. And yeah, like, we don't know how they're faring with that.
Whatever the cause of our syndromes may be, we are all trying to study the world and find answers in our own ways. Yes. Next time you're able to inflict significant damage on a large BT, try tossing an EX capture grenade into its mouth. Not only will you neutralize your foe,
yeah, I saw the ads.
but you'll find it also leaves behind a milky white chiral crystal. I've taken to calling these objects BT crystals. If you see one, make sure you don't forget to pick it up. I say that because if you've got one on hand, you'll be able to use it the next time you encounter a large BT. The BT crystal will react with the tar and transform into a variant of the BT you captured. When activated, the crystal will summon a variant of the BT that spawned it, which will emerge from the depths of the tar. Ordinary large BTs will perceive this variant as a critical threat and proceed to attack on sight.
Welcome back, Lightstrife. The advertisement is still going off for
in recent
for
days,
some people, I think is the thing. But yeah, I'll bring back up my thing.
It's possible that this too could be a consequence of Higgs's efforts. If you're headed that way, you had better be prepared for the worst. Though that might also be a good opportunity to give those EX capture grenades a try. I just know they'll prove effective. And if you're interested in some additional work, I'd also like you to take the emu you brought me to the animal shelter. The staff there want to look after it, and I don't have the proper facilities to give it a home here anyway. I've posted a suborder for this request.
No,
There's no rush. You can pick it up from the delivery terminal here whenever you're ready.
All right, advertisements are done. So yeah, oh god damn it, stop giving me dialogue. Anyway, so I feel like a factor of the furry conventions that happen and what have you, yes, they're meant to be like a means for like furries to come together and what have you, but you can't just be throwing like, you know, Bad Dragon and like, you know, whatever kinds of like, you know, sex positive things into the furry conventions, because one of the tasks that furry conventions have also kind of started doing, and this is something like post 2000s that I've heard from a little bit from like the way they talk about furry conventions and documentaries and what have you online, but the furry conventions are trying to introduce non-furries to furries again. Like they're trying to give you a palette of what the furry fandom is, and the conventions are the best ways that they're trying to do that, because they have things such as, because let's be real, if you go to PAX, they're not doing a cosplay walk. They're not having people from the convention leave the convention grounds as a walk of pride to one place to another. Like, that is something that furry, like, I don't take part in pride parades or anything like that, so I don't know if it's something that also, that, like, that's how pride conventions work, or if there is a thing called pride conventions, but that's the thing that I feel like the furry fandom is doing differently to a lot of, like, convention fairs, such as, like, PAX or South by Southwest or RTX and all that, is the fact that they are meant to be they're meant to be able to present furries to non-furry goers. So in order to do that, yeah, you can't be introducing Bad Dragon onto the convention floor. You need to be going for, you know, safe for work, things that you're comfortable having out in public. Like if you...
Sam,
yeah.
Your next destination is the F5 East Distribution Center, which can be found near the southeast shore of the lake close by.
Those gamer drinks?
I'm told one of the staff members there is an old acquaintance of yours.
I don't know if...
Anyway, a main order has been entered into the system. You can access the delivery terminal here to undertake it. That said, another request concerning the animal you rescued is a... Alternatively, you could... I'll leave it up to you, Sam.
Alright, how far away am I from the, See, this is annoying. Because... there's this giant, like, piece here. There's this sliver here. Mine north of Tar Lake. And I'm imagining that's Tar Lake. Alright, let's have a look. Okay then, cool. So, and then deliver the emu there. Let's... Oh, that's such a far distance. Are you fucking serious? Alright. Battle skeletons... tool rack. Alright. Actually, hang on a second. Let me alter my grenades. So... yeah, I can't put the grenade... So... do I seriously only have the two? Okay. Place in the off-roader. Place in the off-roader. And then... place you in the grenade pouch. There we go.
Later, alligator.
In a while, you didn't sleep last night. Probably would be a good idea to sleep. Alrighty, so where is... alright, so there it is there.
Disengaging weapons restriction.
Take care, Sam.
Nope, 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 come on. There we go. Alrighty. Now comes the fun bit. Do you think Code's shirt could be used as a tent? Maybe. You need Why? Is it because he's fat?
That's why.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna probably complete this main delivery, and we'll probably call the stream there. The fact that I am, like, back on the intensive shake diet, my energies are gonna be so much lower than ever before. And the whole, like, 4-hour stream, like, schedule thing, that is only, like, that's a, you know, in the span of, like, my whole Twitch streaming thing and of this year, is a relatively recent phenomenon. Normally I go on for, like, 3 hours. That's, like, the majority of, that's how a majority of my, stream hours have been in the past. Oh my god, now there are BTs I need to worry about. Stop following me. There we go. Let me just get this car out of here. I don't want to deal with you right now. Fuck off. Fuck you. I would just abandon, did you? Charging my battery packs for tonight for Friday night party. Ooh, nice. I know Unnamed hosts VR chat meetups, and the last one I attended to, I was able to do some drinking, which was kind of fun. But yeah, I won't be able to do that this time. Although I will be real with you, this Saturday it feels really tempting sleeping in and taking an additional nap, especially since I will be trying to do my usual late night Saturday streams this Saturday, and it will be like the first time I'm doing it under an intensive shake diet of all things, so I won't be able to, like, keep myself awake by, you know, setting my dinner to being, like, you know, something extra meaty and, you know, calorie heavy to help keep me, you know, wide-eyed awake. I'll have to make do with, like, my minimal calories. So, boy, I will be real with you. Maybe it might be worth taking a break from, not from the diet. I only just started it, and I need to be on it for at least. I need to be on the diet for at least 3 weeks. But it's tempting. Oh, Jesus. Fuck no. Let's not break the car. There we go. But yeah, maybe while I'm on the intensive shake diet, maybe I should take, like, you know, a week or two off from streaming, so then that way I don't feel compelled to, you know, drink extra caffeine or fluids while in the evening, when really I should be, you know, getting myself like ready for bed and all that kind of nonsense. All right, ding. Boom. Let's send this in. Here you go. Delivery. Here's your items. Oh, the battery packs are for that. Nice. Cool. Alright. Awesome. Darn, I drank nearly 2 liters already tonight.
I get to see you. It's me. Don't act like you've forgotten. Well, you didn't think it was Igor, did you? Anyway, Guess you better process that cargo of yours.
I have no idea who this man is.
Superb delivery, as always. Good stuff.
Excellent.
I tip my hat to you, sir.
VR lasts about 2 hours or less, so use packs to extend the time. Oh, okay. I find, like, I use a headset and controllers that are... The headset is plugged into my PC, so I find the controllers last, like, several hours, more than 2. So, yeah. Are you, like, on a quest or something like that where you don't need the PC to connect up and what have you?
I don't even know it. All right, it's time.
Hello. Hi there, Whit Jenston. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing all right. Nose. Excuse me. We're connecting up another distribution center. Although I will be real with you, this might be our last distribution center for tonight because the energies are low in me. Let me tell you. The energies are not high. Alrighty. So we're now running into South Australia. Victor Frank. Hello, Victor Frank. Thank you for connecting up. All right. How much of this region gets opened up? Not that much. Not as much as I was hoping. Junji Ito for making deliveries. S-size can be attached to the shoulders and hips. The features, it has an anti-BT effect, making it easier to escape from... Ah, okay. And then we get a grenade Fuck yeah, grenade launcher. Ooh! Cargo catapult, a structure that launches batches of cargo over long distances. A parachute can be deployed in mid-air, allowing you to adjust its landing location. Grenades can also be used once the parachute is deployed. Interesting. Have I beaten the game? No, I have not beaten this game yet. I think I'm at episode 8, I think they called it. Controls have held out for 3 or 4 times, which is like 4 weeks now. Okay. So yeah, so no, I've not gone to... I don't know how many episodes there are to Death Stranding 2, but I don't think I'm halfway there.
Yeah. That's where the settlement known as Lakeside Fort Knott used to be. Whole place got wiped clean off the map by a void out. And since that day, the tar's been eating away at this facility. Some weirdness with the currents, or at least that's what folks are saying. But with the stuff you just brought me, I might just be able to keep the tar corrosion at bay. Finally. I shared some data with you as well. Feast your eyes on these grenade launcher and cargo catapult schematics, both new and improved designs. You'll find they're a damn sight better than stuff you used to use back in the UCA. Recently, folks living here have been talking about this group of guys in red they saw creeping around. Got something to do with Higgs, more likely than
What is the deal with the story? Does it make sense onto thee? It makes a little bit of sense to me. Like, I just need it. So, because of connecting up, like, North America to the chiral network and what have you, a weird plate gate opened up. So we have, like, instant teleportation between Mexico and Australia. And right now, because of all the nonsense going off in Australia, because of BTs and storms and what have you, we're connecting up the chiral network there as well. And we hypothesize that when we connect up all of the continent of Australia, we will get another plate gate taking us somewhere else. We don't know where, but somewhere. So yeah. Group of guys in red?
Something like that. I suspect it was a squad of ghost mechs myself. I heard about you shutting down that weapons factory, but arms and ammo are still finding their ways into the hands of bad guys, aren't they? Yeah. So Higgs is still stirring up trouble behind the scenes, I presume. We're attempting to develop methods to help folks put a stop to his activities. And the weapon data we shared with you is one of the products of our efforts. I tell you, a world where we don't need these damn things can't come soon enough. But on the bright side, we at least have some researchers who are based at Lakeside Fort Knott helping us out here. And if you're up for it, maybe you can help us with our work too.
This
is just how it went down back in the UCA. We think we were done for. Then the man who delivers shows up. Truth is, you're the reason I volunteered for the advanced expedition. The reason I was able to keep going. I figured if I did, I might get a chance to see you again. That BB pod you're carrying is different than I remember. Doesn't have my brother's keepsake attached anymore either. But hey, life's not just about things. Promise me you'll never forget Igor, Sam. He's gone, but he still feels so close, you know? Sorry.
Will do.
We should probably talk about work.
Why does connecting to an arbitrary amount of land give resurgence to conventionally placed gates to another part of the world? I don't think about it. I don't think about it. It's because like the whole chiral thing was that it opens you up to like the to a network that is like, you know, impervious to time and what have you. Especially since like, you know, timefall is accelerating time. The BT seem to be, you know, things from death. I don't ask too many questions.
As always, Sam. Now come back to this ship and get some rest. Also, we've identified what may be a ghost mech outpost. I'd like you on standby. Your next order might be a dangerous one.
Order completed. Well done.
Alrighty.
Give it your all. Very impressive work, that is, Spirit.
Where is DHB? Oh, it's a... What in the world? Oh, it's right over there. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just in a tired state. Like I'm just mental. Like have you ever been that? Like where you're just mentally tired. You're just mentally not all there. There's been a lot of days where I've been like that. Just 1,000 yards. Oh, she went through a lot of apples. Jesus Christ. You can take a break, like...
Sam.
Yeah. Nice.
Ooh. So she did get it right at one point. Okay, so she has the ability, like she has this weird thing where her Doom's ability is that she does something similar to Timefall. So she's able to accelerate the effects of time and what have you. So she's been able to like rust out things, rot out apples. So yeah. Pretty good stuff. Dun 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 dun.
Sam, based on our latest assessment, we know where the Ghost Mech base can be found.
What do you think of the graphics?
When you're ready,
They're high fidelity.
access the T3
They're pretty high quality, especially while I'm playing it on a PlayStation 5. I will be real with you though. I barely understand the benefit between the PlayStation 4 graphics and the PlayStation 5. It is very... I am not one of those people where I'm just sort of like, yes, enhance. Let's have a look at Norman Reedus. Enhance, enhance, enhance. Let's have a look at this lighting effect. Let me see what happens when I do this motion. Enhance, enhance, enhance. Oh my goodness, look at this pixelation. On a 1080p output. Enhance. Enhance! Look at this! They don't anti-alias the things! Enhance! Hang on, let me see if I can get back onto the text again. Oh, there we go. No, too far. Come on. Enhance. 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 But yeah, that's not something I do. Alright. I am going to do the thingy. I am going to save here, because quite frankly, I am kind of done for the night. My brain is kind of bleh. It's very much just, you know, bleh. I don't have anything else in me. Like, I can't go on for another hour, I'm sorry to say. It is what it is. But yeah, that was more of Death Stranding, honestly. So, was able to do a little bit of stuff off stream, like, you know, getting some monorails done and paving the roads, which was pretty good. So I'll probably need to do more of that in between now and the next time I play Death Stranding. Gosh darn it, why you gotta pixelate me? My beautiful graphics! Gone. Ow. So yeah, so that is, but yeah, that is gonna be it. I will be back online late Saturday night. It will be late for me Saturday night, but it will be early morning for, it will be, well, not early morning, it will be morning for the Americans and the afternoon for the Europeans. So it's going to be great for those two continents. It's not going to be great for me, good old me, Zeebs. So, and we're going to have to see how well I function at 11 in the evening when I am on a, you know, heavily reduced calorie deficit. So we'll see how we go with that. But otherwise, let's go and see who is online and we can go and raid. Because, you know, normally I would be streaming for at least another hour, but that's not happening here.
878 paid me to say pew 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 pew.
Pew 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 pew. Let's go for... Let's go for Puffin. They look to be doing something called a... They're playing Path of Exile, and they look to be doing some sort of gauntlet thing. Should be good. They're an amazing streamer. They do some cool programming stuff. They're really knowledgeable with programming, so should go give them a watch, give them a follow. If you want a raid message, we always go with the classic himbo raid. If you are not subscribed, that's okay. You're welcome to use whatever other emotes that you want. I will be using my emotes. But otherwise, thank you everyone who came along to tonight's stream. I greatly appreciate it. I will be back online late Saturday night. Wish me luck on trying to stay awake on a reduced calorie diet, and we'll see how we go, as it will be on the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. It's a game that I haven't yet finished, and I need to get that done. So, I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, and otherwise, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night, or I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.